To all the girls who look beautiful when they wake up, how do you do that? How? Just how? Not even gonna lie to you, babes. The gym's been kicking my ass. Arse. The gym's been kicking my ass. The gym's been kicking my ass. It's getting really hard to get up every day and to go work out. But this is where it's about discipline, not motivation. I just spent the morning watching Love Island UK, and then I'm struggling to watch the first episode of The Bachelor. I haven't watched The Bachelor since Colton season, like a really long time ago, and it's just so cringe. Like, it's so cringe to me, and especially after watching Love Island, the production is just so much better. And then I'm watching The Bachelorette, and I'm like, y'all needed to reshoot that scene a few times. Like, it's not as polished. Anyway, we're going to the gym. Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I'll like come and use NYX deodorant, and it's gone, and I'm like, how dare he take his own deodorant with him today? Like, how dare he use his own products? But I smell terrible. I don't know where my deodorant is. I think there's actually a good chance it's in my gym bag. Ew. So is the shirt that I did 45 minutes of cardio in last night. That's disgusting. Ew, it was like wet. It's not in here. Is it in here? Is it in here? Ah, it is. I know this is weird, but like, this is the best deodorant I've ever used in my entire life. It's from Salt and Stone. It was $17. I did get it at Erewhon, but it seriously has never made my armpits smell better. And I'm confident in knowing that I can apply this in the morning, go through the whole day, and I actually smell really good still. Okay, I'm clearly stalling. I'll see you at the gym. Hello. We keep meeting like this. We keep meeting like this where I have a new ring on my finger because I just got married. Yeah, it has been almost a month since we got married, which is actually wild to say, but I thought it would be fun to do a little get ready with me, and I can kind of recap the entire experience. And obviously, if you have any specific questions, feel free to leave them below, and we can always do like a dedicated wedding Q&A video. But I thought that it would be really fun to get ready and talk about my wedding weekend. I have to get ready for an audition right now, so I figured this was like such a good time because I'm literally getting ready anyway. And it's been a minute since we caught up, seriously. I did post our wedding video itself, which was all taken on like an iPhone, so it's vertical, but it was the best weekend of my life. Getting back to reality after has been a huge wake-up call, just in terms of my lifestyle choices and where I've been spending a lot of my time. It's just definitely shaken me up a little bit to go from the best day of my life to then being slapped in the face with reality, and I'm really having to just like reassess the day-to-day. We got married August 3rd of 2024, and about 2 days before we got married, two of my best friends from high school came out and stayed with me, and Nick, and it was super fun, like slumber party vibes. We were just watching rom-coms and kind of just like chillaxing before the wedding, although that's a complete lie. That's a lie, because every single day leading up to the wedding, I actually had multiple auditions every single day, including a callback the night of our rehearsal dinner. So I say it was relaxing, it actually wasn't. But we had a cute little like welcome dinner, really just for out of town family and friends. I hadn't met like more than half of Nick's extended family, so this was really the opportunity for me to meet aunts and uncles and cousins right before the wedding. It was at this like little winery in Fullerton, and it was really good. We like had a little rehearsal right before, so we went to the venue and just like walked through everything. It was so hot but it was really fun to just like see the grounds and kind of get a better sense of where the shade will be, because obviously we got married in like the middle of summer in California, so it was hot as hell, if not hotter. So it was really important to us that we wanted to make sure like what the lighting conditions looked like, what the shading looked like, and we ended up ordering like misting fans because it was so hot and it was just so like the sun was just like we would be exposed. The rehearsal went really well. I ended up giving my dad and my father-in-law these like cute little father of the bride, father of the groom hats because they were both co-officiating, and so I thought that would be a fun little like prop for them if they wanted to use it, or just like something to remember the day, aside from the day itself. And yeah, then we went over to this little winery and we had some drinks and food, and there were some speeches, and it was just really great to see some of my friends from out of town that I haven't seen in a really long time. And then obviously, like I said, like I met a lot of Nick's relatives, which was great because truly there would have been no time to have met them during the actual wedding. Then what did I do that night? I actually ended up not sleeping with Nick, which I didn't anticipate. I fully was planning on spending the night with him, just because, like, why wouldn't I? We had our hotel and everything, but because the makeup and hair people were coming so early the next day, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning on my wedding to like go get my hair and makeup done. I'd rather just wake up at 5:30 and crawl downstairs. So that's exactly what I did. The next morning, literally, I think my alarm went off at 5:30 or 5:45 because the makeup and hair people were coming at 6 sharp. So by 6:30, they were all there, set up. The girls, we were all having bagels and just listening to music, and everyone was like half asleep. And it always takes way longer than you think it would, because my mom was literally freaking out, being like, why are we getting ready 6 hours before we have to leave? And I'm like, trust me, we're gonna need that time. And we did. Literally, the Uber was outside waiting for me for 15 minutes before I actually was able to go. So we were even running a little bit behind, but our wedding planner always added in like a little buffer, so it wasn't like we were really late. It was more just an inconvenience to the Uber driver, who we did tip very generously. However, when I'm sitting in the makeup chair, or like right when I was about to, I actually had a full-blown panic attack, because I've been having one of those summers where it's just been really difficult. And so the wedding was this like beacon of light for me, and I was having a really hard time just like expressing emotion and even feeling it and feeling connected to myself. And so the morning of my wedding is when I had a panic attack, and I just started crying, and I was just feeling all the things. And I think that's totally normal, and I was really grateful for that, because I really did need to let out a lot of this just like anxiety and like shit that I was holding on to. So that was a really nice relief and release. But it really did affect my mood in the Uber from my mom's house to the venue, because like it was like a 45-minute ride, and I was honestly just like quiet because I was feeling just really anxious. I think a lot of me, like a lot of myself, knew how fast the night was gonna go, and I was just trying to like set expectations with myself, and really just like be present, but also respect the fact that like I can't really control where my mind's gonna go, and I don't want to judge myself for that either. So anyway, we got to the venue, and the photographer met us there, the content creators met us there, and then we were taking a bunch of like videos and photos, and I was just starting to get really, really anxious because I was just very excited and eager to see Nick. And then we had our first look, and that was super cute. It was really, really great. I'm really glad we did a first look, because it was just our time to like connect before everything else. And Nick and I are truly so close. We're truly best friends, so doing anything without him was already uncomfortable. So the fact that like I could see him, we could connect and say hello to each other before everything continued was really, I'm so glad we did that. Prior to seeing him though, I did do a first look with my dad, which was really special. It was very special. I will remember that forever. We had both of our dads officiate. My parents walked me down the aisle. Nick's parents walked him down the aisle, and it was very just like family backyard vibes. We really just wanted people to feel this like intimacy. We've just been to a lot of weddings where we've walked away and we're like, we didn't feel like we got to know the couple more than we knew them before. And that was a feeling that we really wanted people to leave with. Like, we wanted people to leave feeling like they really knew us individually and knew us as a couple. And a lot of that was, you know, attributed to the size. We had less than 100 people. We did public vows, which I think also helped. And then our siblings were like all a part of the ceremony and like involved in different parts of the day. So it really felt like just this like community, family, small event. I mean, it was perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Other than if it could have been a little bit cooler, but obviously that's out of my control, not God. Then the rest of the night was just truly so much fun. Like, I have been telling everybody, like, this was the first time since I was probably like 6 years old that I had no inhibitions, no like conscience. I wasn't like judging myself. I was truly the most present I've been since childhood. And that is just something that I don't think I'll ever be able to replicate, but it is something that I will be able to feel nostalgic about and something that I can yearn for, but in a way that won't set me up for disappointment, because I obviously understand like the circumstances and what made it feel that way, and like it'll be difficult to achieve that same feeling, but it'll be something that I will cherish forever. And it just was the best time. Like right after the ceremony, we took a bunch of photos and videos, and then we ended up joining everybody for cocktail hour, which was really important to us too. A lot of times the bride and groom will skip it for photos, and that's why we did a first look, because we did all of our family photos before the ceremony even happened, because we wanted to be there for cocktail hour. We wanted to see our friends and family, and I wanted to get drunk. So I had a lot of my you know, the hers drink of my choice was a spicy skinny marg. It was delicious. We had little hors d'oeuvres passed around, and then afterwards, what did we do? After cocktail hour, everyone started sitting down for dinner, so we ended up switching all of the seats, and what we did last minute was, instead of doing like circular round tables in the lawn, we flipped what they call the Italian garden, which is where we had our ceremony, and instead we did 2 long rectangles, which I think also added to this like intimate small setting, and we were so happy with how it turned out. It honestly created such a great environment for conversation and connection, and Nick and I had a sweetheart table, so we were able to look out at the like rows of people and see people like talking and eating. But something else that we did was we did a buffet instead of like a seated dinner, and so everyone had to like leave their table and come up and get their food, and we greeted everybody at the buffet line. So it was like a way for us to make sure that we spoke to every single guest, and it also like felt very much like Disneyland meet and greet vibes, where like you have to, you know, say hello to us, give us a hug before you get your truffle mac and cheese, which was delicious. So after that, we took some sunset photos, which were so cute. I cannot wait to see what those look like with our photographer, because our content creator absolutely nailed the videos. I've been posting them everywhere, TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts. Then we like literally scarfed down food for maybe 10 minutes. That's like all we had for food. And I took a shot of tequila because I was like, I need some alcohol in my system right now. We changed into our after party looks because it was already like 8:15 at this point, and we only had the venue until 10 p.m. and we came outside. My sister's band actually performed at our wedding, which was so cool. Like, I loved having this live band aspect to it, but then even so, having my sister and her band perform also added to like that closeness. Like, everyone walked away feeling like they were a Lev and a Sigelski. Like, they were like, ooh, we're part of the family. My sister actually wrote and composed our first dance song, and Nick and I had been in dancing classes for like months, so we had a choreographed move and like our whole routine to this song that my sister wrote for us, and it was absolutely beautiful. The song is what is playing in my like wedding video that I posted, so I'll leave that linked below. But yeah, it's an original Kit Major piece and I love it so much. Then my sister performed like a whole 45-minute set, and she actually brought my dad up and he surprised us with 2 songs. They played Sink to the Bottom by Fountains of Wayne and Holiday in the Sun. Oh my god, why am I crying? Holiday in the Sun by Weezer. My dad was in a cover band when I was younger called the 3 No's, and that's why I have No 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 tattooed. My sisters and I and my dad, we all have this same tattoo, and it's in my mom's handwriting because she didn't want one. But my dad is the reason why I love the music that I do, and so it was so special that she brought him up and totally surprised us, and it was amazing. And then we literally danced the night away. We snuck away for a second to eat some cupcakes because I refused to skip dessert. We had our DJ come up and he did like a very short set because my sister's set was pretty long. And the last song that he played was Dancing in the Moonlight, which we have absolutely no ties to. I think he just randomly decided that that was gonna be the last song that he played, and now that's the song that I'll always think of. So I guess that was like an unexpected takeaway. But yeah, the wedding ended at 10, and then we went to our after party, and that was just at like a local brewery, which was really nice. And we ordered like a bunch of wings and chicken tenders and fries, and so So yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I can go into more detail on any questions you have. I think like a Q&A, like a wedding specific Q&A would be really fun if you have any questions below, but it was truly the best night of my life. And it's been really difficult coming out of it, only because everything else in contrast is so bleak, but I'm working on that. And that's why we've moved up our mini moon. We were going to do a mini moon in October, but because I've been so depressed, we moved it up. So we'll be in Santa Barbara very soon. We just needed some like time together, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, are we actually married? Did that happen? Are you my husband? Never been happier, never been more in love. Best night of my life. Thank you for watching, and thanks for being here. And you saw me and Nick when we were, you know, just started dating, and now we're married, which is crazy. Very cool. Well, I'll see you in the next vlog when I get ready for a mini moon, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.